Breaking news! Fate Extra Last Encore overtakes Full Metal Alchemist, claiming its rightful place as the greatest anime of all time. That's right, I just finished what many consider to be the greatest Fate of all time. Fate Extra Last Encore. According to real scientific studies, watching this anime increases your chances of your father returning from a Hunter x Hunter hiatus, increased muscle gain, and picking up 3D women, which is the same effect you would get by deleting Reddit. As always, it's up to me to change the name of this anime to something a bit more realistic. What if Saber Art Online reincarnated into... If you were as lost as I was after watching this anime, be sure to subscribe to my channel and join my Discord. Let me give you some background for this anime, so spoiler warning. But honestly, I think it's better to have it spoiled before watching it. For the first time in my channel's history, I have to give background on things outside of the anime for this show to make any sense. On Earth, all of the mana is being depleted, so certain humans put on their nerve gear and go into the Matrix. The world they go into is the Moon Cell, which is a supercomputer that has recorded all of human history on, you guessed it, the moon. Why go into this supercomputer? Well, it's basically the holy grail of this universe. Over time, the Moon Cell was like, wait a minute, there are too many of these hackers inside of me. Sure would be a lot cooler if they fought to the death. Only so I can learn more about humanity, of course. The Moon Cell also added NPCs in this world. In the PSP game, the main character Hakuno was one of those NPC characters who gains sentience, as well as the main villain twice. Hakuno then fights in the Moon Cell Holy Grail War with her servant Nero until they win. However, this whole anime is a what-if series, if Hakuno and Nero lost to Twice and his Buddha servant in the final battle. Aww, but I really wanted to see more Hakuno. Don't worry everybody, we have some Hakuno at home. After he wins, he uses his wish to seal off Seraph, so humanity no longer has a future in the Moon Cell. In the end, this kills him since NPCs get deleted after making a wish. Hey, why didn't he just use his wish to destroy the Moon Cell instead of leaving a ticking time bomb that would do that anyways? Do you want another Saber look-alike or not? It also revived everybody who died for plot convenience.
Lunar, that was a lot of information. How are we supposed to understand any of this if we didn't feel like watching an 18-hour game playthrough? Lunar?
That's the neat thing. You don't.
Now, let me give you a satire synopsis of this anime. We begin with male Hakuno, but I know what everybody's thinking. That's just Hakuno, right?
Yes, but actually no.
He was created from the regret of all the dead masters as a dead face, which is how I would describe how I looked while watching this anime. He's going to school with his best friend Shinji. Wait, a good Shinji?
This can't be.
At this school, everyone is actually in a preliminary for the Grail War, which means each of these students must realize what's going on and kill another student to become a master. Unfortunately, when Hakuno is going for a nice stroll in London, Shinji shanks him, which begins the best trend of this anime. How did you not die? You see, as a dead man, he's difficult to kill. Plot armor. Because Shinji was chosen as one of the last masters, the rest of the people who didn't realize are killed. Hakuno is now being pursued by a stone archer trying to finish him off, which goes a little like this. Hey, stop it. Don't go towards that sword. Hey, I'm warning you, I might use my bow if you keep going. After finding a conveniently placed sword, he summons Nero, who easily beats Archer. When they return to the surface, somehow 1,000 years have passed, where they run into Mayor Shinji, who created a place where masters could just party instead of fighting by selling off their servants. After refusing to sell his 4-star servant Nero, a fight begins. It has literally been 10 seconds. Also, how did you not die? After being saved by Rin, she explains how this world works. Like SAO, there are different floors, each with their own floor master that they must beat to advance to the Grail. First, they fight Shinji, who says that he created the floor to keep people safe. What a nice guy. Then he proceeds to flood the city, so even if there were masters there wouldn't be after that. They beat him, then continue to the next floor, where they run into General Zeroff from the most dangerous game. They defeat him with the help of Ronnie. Time for the third floor, and I guess we're just not gonna address the fact that Ren's back now. This floor is the most confusing thing, since trying to figure out if a girl likes you. The answer is no, she doesn't. Basically, whenever they beat Alice, her noble phantasm activates, resetting everything, until eventually, she lets them beat her. They skip the 4th floor, beat the 5th floor boss until they make it to the 6th floor. Wow, that's a lot of Rens and Ronnies. They're both the floor boss, which leaves Hakuno choosing which one to save. I swear he better choose Ren. Yay! I mean, oh no, she died. What a shame. He actually tried saving both of them, but unfortunately, his plot armor doesn't work on her. Time for the final floor boss. Armin? After a long fight, he basically surrenders, so they move on to the real final boss, Twice Peaceman. Hey, I thought you said he got deleted when he made that wish. I did. This is Thrice Peaceman, who is just another dead man who has his traits. After a dramatic fight, Hakuno wins, wishing for... which deletes him because he is an AI, but at least blonde hair Rin survives. Now, let's talk about the characters in this anime, starting off with one of the only reasons why people watch this show, Nero. Let me give you a few reasons why everybody should watch this train wreck of an anime. I rest my case. You may be thinking, why does she look so similar to Saber? You have your regular, quiet, reserved Saber, but what if we took Saber and made her talk non-stop and egotistical? Well, we get a Nero. She's known for giving out so much love, but never receiving the same love in return, which is what your wife will say every time you get into a fight. All she wanted was to not be alone when she died, which I am glad came to pass. Still not my favorite form of Nero though. This is Best Girl Tier. Hakuno is a character who starts this anime with no memories or a wish, wondering if humanity is bad. Wait a minute, this is just Sieg all over again.
上を目指す理由はよくわからない。そうしなければならないと。
Since he is made from the hatred of the dead masters, the author had two choices. Either make him act angry, or just have him talk about how mad he is. Let's see which one the author went with.
I hate everything. Taxes, subscription services, Lunar Equinox's channel, those teachers that say the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do.
At least he had an almost decent arc at the end. Bland Tier. The democratically elected mayor of Floor 1, Shinji, who was elected because he was the only person left to run for the position. I do have to say that you all lied to me for months, saying that this Shinji wasn't bad. Liar! Oh, he was just scared and misunderstood. Let me show you him stabbing Hakuno in slow motion. Now, let's take a look at his face. Seems like a good guy to me. I will give it to you though, at least he's not a murdering rapist. Now, he's just a murderer. Shinji Tier. Just Shinji Tier. I don't know how they did it, but they managed to make Rin into a boring side character. Rin is probably my favorite character in the Nasuverse. Yet, in this film, I can't think of anything to say about her, besides, hey look, she has machine guns. Always off-screen Tier. Twice. The AI who made it to the end first, but couldn't have his wish granted or he would die. So instead, he tried making other people make the wish for him with his great pitch. Hey, war is a good thing. Let's do more of that. After they say no, he killed them. When he finally gets tired of waiting, he makes the wish himself, but he doesn't even wish for it. Dumb plan Tier. Time for final thoughts and rating the anime. This anime made me feel like I was in a dream because it made no sense. I have never suffered so much writing a script than I have for this anime. I mean, half of my stuff got cut because this is just 13 episodes of exposition. The plot is borderline impossible to understand. You do appreciate the plot if you research it for hours like I did, but if you don't, it's just garbage. The characters are one of the only redeeming points, and when I say characters, I mean Nero. There were so many characters with potential, like Alice. Too bad poor storytelling screwed her over. I also want to know who did the subtitles for this because they deserve a raise. The animation depends on the person. Some loved it and some hated it. I really liked it though. Not to mention that the intro and outro both slapped. The anime was supposed to get people into Fate Extra, but you can't make a what if series if nobody knows about the what first. Well, you haven't done the original Fate review yet. Plus, Nero gives exposition without clothes on, so it's not so bad. No, wait. He makes a pretty good point. While my anime list gave this anime a score of around 6.4 out of 10, I will be giving a score of 5 out of 10 because I'm being petty about how long it took me to research all of this just to make a bad video. In conclusion, I'm deleting the last 2 days from my memory. Hello, Outro Lunar here. Click here if you want to see my channel. Click over here if you want to see my most recent video. Click over here if you want to see the recommended video. Bye.